What is going on, everybody? Ivan here, and today we're going to cover one of the most powerful CRM solutions out there on the market, HubSpot. Now, whether you guys are just starting out in your business journey or you already have an existing operation, HubSpot CRM can do wonders for you guys' efficiency and productivity. So today we're going to go over step by step on how to set up your guys' CRM so it's going to be most efficient for you guys' business efforts. We're going to cover different things like setting up your guys' contact records, managing pipelines, figuring out different automations along the way. So with that in mind, let's jump in. Now, this is a step-by-step video, so if you guys want to follow with what I'm doing, check out the exclusive link down below for a free trial of the HubSpot's platform, so it's going to be much easier for you guys to follow along. Now, once you click on the link, all we got to do is press get started, and let's go ahead and enter the email we want to sign up with. Alrighty, and once we verified our account, let's go ahead and choose our password and our first and last name. Awesome. Now, right over here, HubSpot is going to give you some questions regarding your business, and now we can actually help you guys set up your guys' platform. So we're going to go ahead and select marketing advertising. Our role is going to be the owner, and the company name is going to be Test Company. Boom. It's going to be just us, and the company's website is going to be myfirstwebsite.com. Alrighty, now for data hosting services, HubSpot is going to ask you a question about where you're located, so answer accordingly. And boom, our account is being created. Alrighty, now over here as well, as we are starting to use the platform, HubSpot is going to ask us a couple more questions, and that way, as you guys are going through the setup, HubSpot can actually customize properties for you according to your guys' business model. Boom, so we're going to go ahead and click on generate leads, automate marketing, and build a page or website pages. Alrighty, you can go ahead and sync your guys' Google account. Well, we're not going to do this in this video. And right over here, you can actually already start adding contacts. However, I'm going to show you a much easier way to do that through a CSV file later on. So we'll go ahead and do that later. And if you do have any teammates that you want to be added to the account as well, feel free to add them right over here as well. And you guys are going to be ready to rumble. And boom, it's setting up the account for us right as we speak. Alrighty, now the very first thing that I'd personally do is we need to figure out a way to get all you guys' existing leads and prospects into your guys' system. Now, we're actually already on this page already, and it's going to be located if we click on the CRM and the contacts page. But we need to be right in the contacts page because that's where the import is going to happen. And all we need to do to actually import our leads is press the import button right over here or create a contact. So if we press the import button, we can actually set it up ourselves. And depending on the platform that you're using, there could be an integration such as Salesforce. We can much easier move the data over. However, you can also do it through a CSV sheet, which I think is going to be a lot more practical for most of you. So let's go ahead and start an import right over here. And pretty much all we need to do to get that going is select the CSV file that we're going to use, press next. And when I say custom objects, there's going to be different sections that we're going to look out for. You can see information based on a company record, contact record, or even a deal record. And the more advanced you get, you can actually later on add products and tickets. But for most of you, company records, contact records, and deal records are going to be the most applicable. So let's go ahead and select contacts for simplicity, press next. Again, we need to import the file here. So we'll just go ahead and download the example file, drag that over, and boom, we're going to be ready to roll. And that way you can actually match the properties one by one. So whenever you actually migrate it into the CRM system here, it can be much more seamless. And if there is an error on the file, like we see with this test file right over here, you'll see this information right over here with the error listed, and you don't actually have to import that column. So you can go ahead and avoid that. Now, once you guys have actually imported you guys' contacts, here's a little sample of how it's going to look like. It's going to have the person's first name, email, phone number, last contact, who the contact owner is, and last activity date. But again, all these columns right over here can be customizable like everything in the platform. So remember what I covered before? There's going to be 3 different ways we can actually see a record. It can be on the contact record basis, company level, or the deal record. And all those records are going to be listed right over here. Contacts, companies, deals. And if you do have a support team, also tickets as well. And the best part about it is that they actually all talk to one another. So for example, let's go ahead and open the Galen Robotics record right over here. And with this in mind, we can actually see all the contacts that are associated with that specific company, deals, ticket, payment links, even other companies or subscriptions. That total visibility is going to be crucial whenever you guys are just starting a business or you're scaling, because that way nothing can slip through the cracks and we have all that information in front of our fingertips. And again, all this information when it comes to domain name, the industry they're in, type, city, state, postal code, stuff like that, it can actually also be edited. And same thing can be said about the actual information that you can actually see in the company or the deal record or the contact record. You can customize it right here on the right hand side. So we'll just go ahead and press customize record. We're going to go ahead and go to settings. And if you want to go ahead and customize the way a specific record looks like, all you got to do is go ahead and select it. So it can be on the contact record, company level, lead record, deal record, etc. So for example, if I click on the company record right over here, I can actually go ahead and move where different parts are actually stored and actually also attach some custom properties to it as well. And the reason why they have that in the first place is what can be important to you cannot be important to other person. So the whole point here is that you can actually personalize and customize the platform for you guys' needs. And again, you can go ahead and add different cards, properties, stuff like that. You can also remove it if you don't actually need to. The whole point here is that it's very nimble and customizable. And right over here, as you guys can see on the left hand side, if you do want to add a property to that as well, you can also do that within the settings option. All we got to do to access that is go to settings. That way we can actually create a property which you can later associate it with the contact record, company record, or deal record. So for example, if we're selling real estate, I probably want to know an average cost of the house that's nearby. So let's go ahead and add average cost property. And again, we can go ahead and tie it to a contact record, company record, whatever you want it to. Average cost of the property. It's going to be under contact information. We can go ahead and also customize a field where it can be a single text, rich text, number, whatever you want it to be. You can actually also select the way you can modify the property through a single line text, number, date picker, whatever you want. So if we are going to do an average cost price, it's probably going to be a number. Now let's go ahead and take a step back to figure out exactly how HubSpot works. So the way that HubSpot is set up is that it has 6 different hubs ranging from marketing to commerce. And at the center of it is going to be the CRM. And the CRM actually by itself is completely free. So if you're looking for a place to send out emails, keep company records, contact records, or even your deals, you can actually do that all within the free CRM platform. However, if you are interested in different features when it comes to marketing, sales, service, or content, you can actually find out through the different hubs, and there's going to be different plans. So pretty much the way that the hubs work is that they have their own unique features, and they can actually attach to you guys' CRM. So for example, if we want to add different automations to you guys' marketing efforts, you can do that through Marketing Professional, Enterprise. But again, there's a ton of different plans that range from starter to enterprise, and we have other videos on the channel cover those deeply. The point I'm trying to bring here is that the CRM is actually the mitochondria of the cell in this case, that everything is kind of tied to it. So all the company, contact information, deal stages, all that information is going to be tied to you guys' CRM plays. And if you do want to add other features, you can do so as well. Now, the way that the deal stages are going to work is you can actually have different pipelines you can set up for your business. So for example, this could be applied if you're selling different products, services, or in different markets. Hypothetically, if we are selling real estate, you can have different pipelines that come to different states, locations, cities. You guys get the point. And inside of you guys' pipeline, you can go ahead and create a deal right here on the right hand side, and that deal is going to have different stages associated with it. The default settings on this are going to range from a point scheduled whenever you actually make that initial contact with the prospect, all the way to actually close wanting the deal where you actually get the money in the bank. But again, so pretty much as you're working with a specific opportunity, you can go ahead and move them through different deal stages until it's going to fall under the closed won stage or the closed loss where you couldn't actually make a deal happen. And again, all these options over here we can actually modify as well, and there's going to be a couple options for us to do so. If we click on board options and press edit stages, edit cards, or edit a board. Again, you can do this in different ways, but the point I'm trying to make is that the system is very customizable where you can really make it your own. Now, something that's going to be helpful for you guys to do right off the bat is going to be to connect your guys' email to HubSpot. The reason why you want to do that is HubSpot can actually track all you guys' conversations on the contact, company, or the deal records, and that way everything can be tracked in one place. So if we go ahead and backpedal to the company record, if we're working with a specific company, or you guys' activities, notes, emails, calls, are all going to be in one place. So that way, if you're working with different people at a specific company, or you have a teammate that's helping you out on a deal, no one's going to get confused and lost in the weeds there. You can go ahead and leave a note, send an email, a call, or even assign a task to yourself all within one platform. That way, so the first step that we need to do is go to the settings option right over here, click on general, press the email option right over here, make sure that you guys' email is connected, because that way all that information is going to flow into HubSpot. And we can also do that through calling or even the calendar. So that way, if you're using a service like Calendly, if you go ahead and set up your guys' calendar to the HubSpot CRM, if we go to the library and we go to meeting scheduler, all those features that Calendly does, we can actually do it within HubSpot. So if we click on this link, we can have different times that we're available, and we can go ahead and customize those and send them to our clients depending on our availability. So once you guys actually set up your guys' availability and you guys connect it to your calendar, that way everything kind of stays fresh and updated in real time. So whenever you actually send it to the prospects, they're going to book the most available time. Because the worst thing that can happen is you guys get double booked and no one likes when it happens. Again, and as you guys are sending emails, making calls, or doing any sort of outreach to you guys' clients, any different type of automation for you guys' internal and external processes can really help. You can do that through workflows or sequences. However, those are only available for professional features. The reason why those are useful as you guys scale, because for example, if we're using a sequence, we can actually throw a person in there, and based on all the templates and all that information that's stored in you guys' CRM, we can actually personalize a message that's going to be completely automated. So that way, all the information about a contact or a company record or a deal record, we can actually go ahead and throw into a specific template, and that way HubSpot can actually customize it for us. And when it comes to workflows, the whole point of those is to make sure we have certain triggers that are activated whenever a certain action happens, and that way nothing slips through the cracks. An example of that can be sending you guys an email whenever a large deal is created, or even giving you guys a heads up whenever someone fills out a form. Again, that was a very high level overview over the workflow and sequence features. There can be so many different possibilities that you can do with them once you guys start to scale. As you guys are growing, we really want to know and figure out what's working, what's not. And the place what I would go to actually figure that out is go to the reporting tab and click on reports. And in the reporting feature, we can have different reports that are given to us to actually measure activity and figure out exactly what's working and what's not. So again, these reports heavily range all the way from open emails to email conversations to email average time to actually close for the rep. Again, it can highly depend. You can actually customize them to the way you like. The customization does come at higher tier plans. However, HubSpot does offer a ton of really good templates. So if we click on the reporting tab right over here, it can give us different reports when it comes to contact activity, blog posts, or even being contacts that are being created. And what I'd personally recommend is to actually go into the platform and play around with it, because whatever reports you guys are actually building is probably going to be unique to your guys' business. If you want to see them all within one space, you can actually go to the dashboard feature right over here. And that way, all the reports can be listed side by side. So if you're managing the team, you can see it all within one place. And that's a wrap, y'all, of how to set up your guys' HubSpot CRM. Whether you guys are just starting out or you have an existing business, I really hope that this video was helpful for you. On this channel, we make videos on different tools, platforms, and different ways we can actually start and grow your guys' business. Because again, starting a business can be very daunting, and these tricks can go a long way. I hope you guys been able to enjoy this video, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you do decide to try out HubSpot CRM platform, make sure to use the exclusive link down below, as it tremendously helps support the channel at no cost to you. Till next time, peace.